the visibility of the forestry sector, the enhancement of our sector, of course, were very much, I think, addressed by the preparatory mechanism and the ministers also. So through this other second decision, the Oslo mandate, the ministerial conference established an INC. And in addition to this committee, the mandate also contains very clear rules of procedure, then a bureau, and you have the countries here. Maybe I can give the names of those who are participating from the respective countries in the same order as they appear here. Ingvald Gjvantl, Katerina Ventrubova, Jacques Andrieux, Arne Ivar Sletnes, Piotr Pashalis-Jakubowicz, Alexander Orechova, Ismail Belen and Liuba Polyakova, and then Jose Maria Solano as observer from Spain. Chair was nominated, and I'm happy to serve as the neutral, impartial chair, trying not to go into any of the deep waters during the process, even if I, of course, represent my home country. And then there are provisions in place for the Secretariat services. Indeed, in para 27 of the Oslo mandate, ministers requested the liaison unit and invited the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, the United Nations Environment Programme, and the European Forest Institute to service jointly the negotiating process in accordance with the annex to the rules of procedure and based upon the respective expertise of each organization and the resources that they can contribute within their mandates. The INC is open to Forest Europe signatories and additionally to observer states, organizations and NGOs. They are also invited. The timeline is extremely strict. When I was offered this task, I said it is mission close to impossible, but if European ministers agree and there is this strong political will, of course